Today I want to share with you my dream that I called New River. Let's first talk about terraforming. We do a lot of terraform already for many, many centuries. Every time we cut a forest and we turn it into a field, either to graze our stock or to produce food, we terraform. Every landfill is a form of terraforming. Every city was not that before. We changed the landscape completely. We create artificial islands, we build airports on them, all kind of activities. And more often than ever, terraforming works. Now, I want to propose the new river concept. The big problem for humanity nowadays is water. We don't have enough of it. We already feel severe droughts for centuries in Texas, in California, and ever more, often ever harder, because we grow as population, our needs of water grow, we need water not just to take a shower, but for industries, for agriculture, and every activity, every human activity. And there is an abundant amount of water on Earth, but it's mostly salted. So my concept is to desalinate the water and pipe it into the continental parts where we release the water into old, dried riverbeds. This is why it's called New River, but it's actually reviving old rivers. First part is desalination. It is cheap, it is effective, as you can see in Israel, Saudi Arabia, and many other countries that entirely or almost entirely rely on desalinating water to grow food, to have drinkable water, pools, etc. Energy is an issue when you desalinate water, but energy is becoming cheaper, especially with the new safe modular nuclear reactors that are being developed for several decades and are about to enter the market. And they will basically reshape the energy market, because a nuclear reactor will become suddenly very cheap. It doesn't need the long process of certification. It's certified one, and then it's built like a machine. One to Alaska, one to Texas, one to California, one to Nevada. Trucks carrying a nuclear plant, basically. They are buried into the ground most often, and they stay there for a few decades. That's it. And they produce energy all this time. They are safe and they will be cheap, and their energy will drop in price. We probably will buy electricity the way we buy internet now, unlimited, the way we talk on the cell phone. So once you solve the desalination issue and the energy issue, you have abundant amounts of water that you pipe a few hundred miles and you just pour into an old riverbed, and then the water starts doing its thing, which is create life. You will see in days grass growing up around because the water soaks into the soil, and you just keep pouring it day after day, month after month, year after year. The grass turns into bushes, the bushes turn into trees. All that attracts wildlife, fish, frogs. We can help by dropping some fish species, and the trees and the greenery attract more wildlife. People start living there. They start building pools and then resorts, and then that creates tourism, business, a lot of activity. Humans grow food around that river, and they pull water from the new river into their new fields where cattle are grazing or food is being grown, and so on and so on and so on. Just look at every river across the earth. It means life. So the new river concept is basically helping nature to take a breath, recover. If there was a river at that place, let's revive that river. Every $1 invested in a desalination plant facility will create $10 or more in economic activity and direct profits from otherwise dead areas where nothing can be done. Now they have life, people, businesses paying taxes, and lots of economic activity. I will not keep the question of the salt brine that remains after the water is desalinated. Well, good news is there are already a few technologies that turn that salt either into batteries or fertilizers. So we don't drop it back into the ocean where it harms wildlife. We convert salt into batteries, the sodium batteries that are emerging now, or we turn it into fertilizer. This is the new river concept that I present to the attention of the public. It is my concept. I haven't heard anyone talking about such thing. If anyone did, I would be glad to join forces and propagate this idea, because I think it's a brilliant idea to revive large swaths of land across the globe. If you pour water into Saudi Arabia, you create, they grow food there, and they create cities. If you do it in Sahara, you stop the desert. If you do it in China, anywhere else, it's life. Any country, the new in Europe, is going dry. Things are not going well, so we need to act. I don't think it's optional. We have to turn ocean and seawater into drinkable water and restore life, because things are not going well. Thank you for watching, and feel free to comment, to like. I will try to respond, and we can continue this conversation in the next or other episode.